Nearly every element of a VALORANT Agent's design ultimately comes down to what's best for the gameplay. As a competitive, tactical shooter, the development team ensures that everything from the color of an agent's clothes to the shape of their silhouette serves gameplay balance. Yet, as Riot Games developers explained, the game just wouldn't work if the agents were just bland collections of polygons. Their personalities are a big part of what makes playing Valorant so satisfying. If you're a Phoenix main, you'll use Phoenix's flash ability like 1,000 times over months. The challenge for Riot designers is making that button press feel satisfying every single time. So, how do they do it? The answer is a careful combination of each agent's personality, model, visual effects, and sound. While the gameplay could theoretically be communicated with just basic shapes, that wouldn't feel exciting or rewarding. Riot's goal is to make players think, damn, it'd be cool to be this person. Building that connection isn't simple, especially in a game without traditional cutscenes. They didn't want to force in a narrative format that wouldn't fit the game's style. Instead, they built character through in-game elements like bios, in-match interactions, and animations. Occasional cinematic trailers add more lore, but the real magic happens in gameplay. The first step in creating a new agent is identifying what the game needs. The team asks, what's missing? What unique gameplay could we add? For Yoru, the team wanted to introduce stealth as something players would actively think about. For KO, the goal was a simpler character with traditional FPS skills, but also one who could suppress abilities. Once the gameplay concept feels good, the agent's design starts to take shape. The developers playtest the character and take notes on how they feel. Yoru's sneaky gameplay naturally led to the idea of a brutish, edgy character. At the same time, the team balances the character roster, considering things like gender diversity and personalities of each character. And once the thematic pillars are in place, concept artists get to work. For KO, early designs considered making him a human in a mech suit, or even an animal robot. Ultimately, the design settled on his current, soldier-like humanoid form. During the concepting phase, ideas are refined to fit Valorant's format. The character's silhouette, for example, needs to be instantly recognizable for fairness in competitive play. A design might look cool, but it has to work in the fast-paced tactical shooter environment. And Valorant agents are built to be battle ready. All characters must look like they could pick up a weapon and just fight. That's why you'll see a lot of pouches, belts, and straps. They're just meant to feel realistic in a normal combat scenario. Once the design is refined, the development team, including designers, writers, artists, and sometimes engineers, sit down to discuss how the character's abilities will be represented in the game. For Phoenix, it was about how his fire abilities could be visually represented in a way that felt true to his personality. From there, 3D artists, animators, visual effects specialists, and audio designers begin building the character. This phase often presents challenges, like the need for new tech within the game engine or addressing performance concerns. The design is then refined until it reaches its final form that you and I will receive. Valorant's design philosophy ensures that each character not only fits into the game's lore, but also enhances the gameplay experience. Even without traditional story scenes, characters come to life through voice lines, animations, and in-game moments. Riot also uses other methods like updating voice lines and incorporating cultural references based on the agent's real-world nationalities. For instance, the Brazilian agent race is from Salvador, a city with rich Afro-Brazilian culture, which influences her design. By setting Valorant in a near-future version of Earth, the game can reflect real-world cultures and identities, giving players a deeper connections to the agents they play. In the end, creating a Valorant agent is about balance, blending gameplay mechanics, visual design, and character personality in a way that makes players feel connected to the characters, while keeping the competitive integrity of the game intact. Riot Games always keeps the player experience at the forefront, ensuring every new agent feels as fun and as rewarding to play as they are to watch.